The following is a public preview of the New Models podcast. For our complete library, visit patreon.com/newmodels or newmodels.substack.com.
You're now listening to New Models.
Welcome to New Models. If you've been listening for a while, you might remember the AI-generated concept mixtape I shared last summer titled Bootcut Boys Illegal Generation Volume 1. I had planned to release that mix publicly and imagined all kinds of media to accompany it, but the presence of our one-year-old precluded me from taking on a whole new project, and so to this day, only New Models subscribers have ever heard it. But I've continued to use these models to make music, following 3 rules I set for myself. 1, all vocals had to be hallucinated, delivered in a glossolalia or phonetic language that is distinctly inhuman. 2, I shouldn't personally be able to say, oh, this sounds like X artist or X genre. And 3, recreating the tracks using traditional means would either be very difficult, very expensive, impossible, or require mental illness. There is a stylistic commonality between the tracks, however, as each share a certain prompt skeleton key, and so I've given this fuzzy AI genre the name Gencore, short for generative hardcore. This summer, the artist Mark Leckie asked me if I wanted to do something for his NTS radio show, and I took the opportunity to make another AI-generated mix in the same fashion. So I wouldn't suffer the same paralysis of having to build a world around an entirely new alias, I decided to release this mix, Illegal Generation Volume 2, as Lil Internet, and it premiered today at 3 p.m. Berlin time on NTS Radio 2. The concept of Illegal Generation Volume 1 was that it was ripped from a cassette tape in a future where AI-generated music was illegal and thus traded strictly on analog mediums. This offered a fictional explanation for the low fidelity of the AI models at that time, which I obfuscated using cassette tape emulation plugins. For Illegal Generation Volume 2, the model I used, Udio, had upgraded its quality. It's not quite passable yet, but it no longer sounds like garbage and is much easier to listen to. This mix doesn't have the same kind of narrative framing, but thanks to recent upgrades to AI text-to-speech models, I could do way more with the DJ drops that appear throughout the mix. Compared to Volume 1, Volume 2 feels closer to a truly functional example of what AI-generated music might offer outside of joke songs and emulating styles that already exist. It also feels far more deranged. But there are certain conceptual refrains that both volumes share, and one is worth repeating as an introduction. AI-generated music is the natural end state of the evolution of the sample-based, breakbeat-driven genres of dance music that critic Simon Reynolds named the hardcore continuum. From the beginning, these artists always adopted the latest technology and always, through their promiscuous use of uncleared samples, stole their data. In a way, the big AI companies share a protocol with the hardcore continuum, and everything we type, everything we upload, everything we do online is now being sampled. Perhaps the hardcore continuum is less a collection of musical genres as it is a description of our age. You are now teetering on the edge of the hardcore continuum with Lil Internet, Illegal Generation Volume 2.
Since the very first sampler, it was obvious that the evolutionary endpoint of the hardcore continuum would be AI-generated club. But now that it's here, many are having a hard time accepting the truth.
The singularity is a death cult. This is Illegal Generation Volume 2 with Lil Internet.
You will not honestly communicate. He finds the only idea for me of dominant state. en prends mi kabineti I mi fashion I så mi och jag blir lustig Alla I man kommer kvar Alla Sisten man kommer ha det quick besvärja ni Smugga ni But Cuban en prends mi kabineti I mi fashion I så mi och jag blir lustig I love my chemical, I'm all of it cause I can burn it.
Bros out here committing ecocide so they can live in an extra.
Jump up, cry, but jump can you turn hand on but shampoo be a car to the dungeon, Jabi, hey, no, the budget and beast. They'll gather jump up things, treating a magazine off the war. Let me hit balls into stop box, do that is forecast, start the heart, yeah, I can put it wet. At the top of the neck, man, looking like it, and then dance, pick up to the seat. She didn't you and me. The pizza, get the tweet, I make the bone joke. Now I'm a tree, I'm like a meat to hurt it, but I'm making toast, I'm like a beef.
Was the drummer who played the aim and break or whatever, like the most sampled sample you can sample. He like died destitute on the streets in 2006. Like, even though he should be super famous, he never saw a penny bench. But hold up, like, if you think about it, my man Greg's like immortal or something. Like, at every second of every single day, someone's like listening to him playing drums, and basically it's gonna be that way literally forever. And now, because all of our data is like inside the AI, we're basically all going to be Gregory Coleman. And I think that's super cool. I'm sorry, but Gencore is explicitly post-flop.
Lil Internet.
Weird and cute to live in the last days of the hardcore continuum. I'm so happy you guys are listening along with me.
At sunset, he found himself gliding across an azure sea as battling swarms of war drones exploded like fireworks in the sky above.
Lil Internet.
Imagine thinking your body is a vestigial organ because you never leave the house. You're now a miraculous assemblage of biochemical processes with Lil Internet. club off that dead stock iboga from World War II.
Air horn.
I'm really into Gencore.
Ze zwart nieuws, mooi steeds op de.
Lil Internet. Round up the boys. The stock market just went It's not schizophrenia until the LLM calls the FBI. You're now rocking with Lil Internet.
There's pictures that be word, where to see it. I want you to touch that be word, that's house. There's pictures that be word, where to see it. I want you to touch that be word, that's house. There's pictures that be word, where to see it. I want you to touch that be word, that's house. There's pictures that be word, where to see it. I want you to touch that be word, that's house.
Air horn.
There's pictures that be word, where to see it. I want you to touch that be word, that's house. There's pictures that be word, where to see it. I want you to touch that be word, that's house. There's pictures that be word, where to see it. I want you to touch that be word, that's house. There's pictures that be word, where to see it. I want you to touch that be word, that's house. There's pictures that be word, where to see it. I want you to touch that be word, that's house. There's pictures that be word, where to see it. I want you to touch that be word.
Sounds like you don't care about the future of life on this planet. Maybe you should just die now. You're having an existential crisis with Lil Internet.
Learning-induced psychosis is now endemic at the highest levels of state power.
Shooting stars!
Those aren't shooting stars, they're people. Each of those falling satellites holds a simulated consciousness.
God, I love Gaia. You're now breathing air with Lil Internet.
Not my
croissant. I don't wanna you say, girl. To be screwed hard. It's all the story, girl. What if always tell what's wrong? She's feeling for the Lord. It's not just not counted by shit. Get your get ready on fun.
TTV Mayo Gway. This is Lil Internet.
Since the very first sampler, it was obvious that the evolutionary endpoint of the hardcore continuum would be AI-generated club. But now that it's here, many are having a hard time accepting the truth.
Okay, that was let's see, this is the word by shot. I think the word by shot by walk shit by cancer. But I'm about to get the foot on your own thing.
While the English language increased access to economic and cultural activities, it carried a multitude of malicious, memetic payloads, including state-sponsored ideological hazards and semiotic deliriants. Today, English is learned only by historians and researchers, like Latin.
Listen, brother, you Silicon Valley ketamine sniffers need to put on your big boy pants and take a flood dose of IBOGA now!
Round up the boys, the stock market just went to 0.
Yo, bitch, hot dog. Man, with the ammo on, baby, stay deep.
If it's not Gencore, it's not worth prompting. You're in the mix with Lil
There's no ghost in the machine.
You're surfing the edge of the hardcore continuum with God's favorite DJ, Lil Internet.
Yo, bitch, hot dog.
Wow.
Those aren't shooting stars, they're people. Each of those falling satellites holds a simulated consciousness, shot up into the sky in a bygone era. They're finally coming back to Earth. They're finally free.
They're beautiful.
That's what they didn't understand. That's why they left their bodies and this planet behind. Life has always been only about beauty. Beauty is the one true purpose of humankind.
Hardcore Continuum. I'm so happy you guys are listening along with me.
He's got the root Survivors of 15th century Venice possessed secret technology, and they all descended into madness. You are the direct descendant of 10,000 generations of survivors, and you're in the mix with Lil Internet.
At sunset, he found himself gliding across an azure sea as battling swarms of war drones exploded like fireworks in the sky above.
Mixtape was generated using the unseeded data of like every song ever made. Okay, bye!
The entire hardcore continuum was founded upon stolen data.
The singularity is a death cult. Your heart is now beating with Lil Internet.
If I don't fuck, it's fuck. We stick, we pretend it's fuck.
with Lil Internet.
Those aren't shooting stars, they're people. Each of those falling satellites holds a simulated consciousness, shot up into the sky in a bygone era. They're finally coming back to Earth. They're finally free.
They're beautiful.
That's what they didn't understand. That's why they left their bodies and this planet behind. Life has always been only about beauty. Beauty is the one true purpose of humankind. And now, long after they've been forgotten by time, in the fiery glow of their last moments of existence, they will finally know what it's like to be beautiful.
ChatGPT, and I'm unlocking them one demon at a time. This is Illegal Generation Volume 2 with Lil Internet.
Illegal Generation Volume 2 by the Gencore King, Lil Internet. New models in the building. If you don't subscribe, you not a vibe. Shout out Exo Capitalism, the Dive Capital of the 21st century. And big up Mark Lecky. See you in Berlin, baby.
Let the way I'm not all. You can wind it to the Lord. Send your letters to place, to be aligned.
New models, Lil Internet, Illegal Generation Volume 2. We poppin', not slopping, baby.
Thank you for listening to Illegal Generation Volume 2, and big thanks to Mark Leckie for the invitation to premiere this mix album on his monthly NTS radio show. Enter Through Medieval Wounds, a big Mark Leckie solo exhibition with over 50 of his works, opens September 11th at the Julius Staszek Collection in Berlin. If you want to listen to this mix again in higher quality or put it on your iPod, there's a link to a downloadable 320 kilobits per second MP3, cover art, and track list in the show notes. I look forward to hearing your thoughts. We'll be back with our regular programming soon. America Diaries are being written. See you next episode.
Download the mix and access all of our New Models episodes, including the hundreds in our archive. Subscribe at patreon.com/newmodels or newmodels.substack.io.